Okay, hello and welcome. We're gonna be live in about another minute or so. Okay, if you guys are watching us, so let's get ready here for a second. Okay, I'm gonna get ready here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday morning. Let's see, just get ready. Okay, let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. See, we should be ready in just a moment. Okay, almost there. Okay. All right, I think let's get going here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful morning. And if you are just new to the channel, welcome to the community. My channel is all about making better coffee at home. So again, so this morning, so this one is great video for if people out there who has a niche grinder at home. I just got this tool, okay, from Amazon. I got recommended by one of my viewers, Dan. So Dan sent me this link when you have to try this device. It's gonna be save you a lot of time. Not the time, but a lot of headache. Okay, because whenever I finish grind my niche grinder, I always tap with my hand. So this tool, you don't have to do that. So you know what? Let's do the unboxing video. Okay, let's do the unboxing. So this one I got from Amazon. I'm gonna put the link down below. Okay, I'm gonna put the link down below if this one works, okay? And if not, I'm not gonna put the link. Okay. So this one cost me like $8 on Amazon. And then the name is really, you know what, I don't know what's the name for this. Okay, so this is more like, if you go to like a home goods store, you buy this plastic funnel, but this is somewhat similar to that. So this is 3-inch. So here, this is more like suction cup there. So something like this. They're all rubber, okay? Okay, so the idea, theory behind that is you put the top of the niche grinder and pump it, okay? So you know what? I'm gonna grind some coffee beans and then let's find out how well this one works, yeah? All right, it's gonna be fun for sure. Because I'm always looking for that tool, okay? To make my coffee experience a little easier. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, okay, so let's do this, okay? Let's change the angle here. I'm gonna tear it up. So this one should be, I have 18 gram here. I got 18.1 gram, okay? You know what, yeah, I got 18.1 gram. I'm gonna put it in here. Let's see, yep. So what I usually do is I usually tap like this all the time. So I got 18.1 gram in. Got 18.1 gram out. Okay, so here's the thing. They look like they are zero dosing, but okay, let's do one more time. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is hold on, I need some kind of cup here. You know what, let's do this. There we go, it'd be better. So we got 18 gram in, I got 18.1 gram in, 18.1 gram out. Let's see, I'm just gonna tear it up. So this one goes on the top like this, like so. Fits perfect here. I'm just gonna top it. Wow. Man. Actually, this one works pretty good. So I have about another 0.3 gram. Okay, so this one, you know what? I think I have to say, I don't mind recommending to you guys. I'm gonna shout out to Dan to recommend me to get this one. This is actually pretty cool. Yeah. I wish they're a little shorter so you can actually close it, but hey, it's all right. So again, I got another 0.3 gram out. Yeah, it works pretty good. Okay, I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. This one. So actually, so the fact is you don't have to buy this. So yesterday, I was at the Home Goods yesterday, and I saw similar type of device. They sell this plastic funnel thing. They're selling for like $5 for like, you know, 3 of them. But this one is obviously looks a little nicer. But again, you don't have to buy this, but I'm gonna put the link down below as well. And man, 0.3 gram. I mean, that's quite a bit. So I don't have to, you know, next time whenever I use the grinder, I don't have to tap it anymore. Okay, I just put this one on the top, go like this, I'm good to go. All right, great product so far. I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, works. So since we have some coffee, by the way, any question about this device, okay? Let me know in the comment section as well. But meantime, I'm gonna make some coffee for you guys.
There's one question by Alex.
Okay.
He says, at the cost of the niche, what do you think about a flat burr grinder?
So Alex asking me about okay, niche grinder is by what? With the ship, you are looking at $700. And so $700, you can get a beautiful flat grinder as well. I think the Eureka makes the Specialita. They are fantastic. But it's kind of like what you guys want. So again, Specialita is not a zero retention like niche does. So, but you know, flat burr has the advantage over conical burr. So it's all depends on what you guys want. Okay. So, I mean, I like them both. I mean, I like them. I like the conical burr, and also I like the flat burrs. So it's kind of all up to you. You know, what kind of experience you like to have it at home. Okay. Any other question?
Thoughts on the LR24? I'm considering to buy upgrading from the Barista Express. It's Londonium.
Okay, so someone told me about this coffee machine, LR24. I don't know much about that one, okay? I'm not sure about that. Anyway, so let's make some coffee, okay? So since this is coffee channel after all, so I'm just gonna, let's see here. I think I'm gonna do, you know what, let's do long black this morning, okay? Let's do long black. I'm just gonna heat up my cup here for a second. But meantime, when the Rancheria Serbia light is on, which means the boiler is working. By the way, I'm hoping to hear from Third Wave Water about the PID issues with. Okay, good. I think it looked like we just lost connection there. All right, so let's make some coffee. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, so let's do, Let's do Americano. It's been a while. Or long black. I think so far, I mean, again, this tool, I'm pretty impressed, okay? I mean, yeah, they're looking like some kind of Chinese massage tool, perhaps, okay? Cupping, yeah, kind of cupping style there, but yeah, not bad.
Anders asks you to try and skim the crema this time.
Okay, so someone asking me about the skim the crema. Yes, let's do that. The reason why I like to skim the crema, because I think I did that last time, the crema can be very bitter. So, all right, so let's do. So I got 18 gram in. I'm gonna do like 1-to-2 ratio. Okay, get my scale set up here. All right, here we go. Shop seems fast though. Okay. Yeah, I got 36 gram, 15 seconds.
Somebody said, what is it called? Is it that thing?
Yeah, you know what? Someone asked me. I don't know the name of it, guys. So I'm gonna put the link down below. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna put the link down below. This. Okay, so this one. I got 36 gram at 20 seconds, so I'm still gonna use it anyway, but meantime I'm gonna skimp out the crema there. Let's see, I'm just gonna get the place to, hold on. I'm just gonna use the cup here. So this style more like pour over, okay? Pour over style, you just skim out all the oils anyway. So if you don't have like pour over system like V60, some kind of dripper system, I mean this might be a good option for you guys. Okay, this might be a good option. All right. So we are making, I don't know what this called, okay? So now this is no longer Americano. I think we can, talk about coffee with no crema. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get some hot water. Let's see, I'm gonna get some hot water from my Barista Express.
Does YouTube delete a link if somebody puts it to Amazon?
Okay, so someone asked me about the links. Okay, if you guys put the link on my channel, Amazon, not the Amazon, but YouTube delete those, okay? So, sometimes, not all the time. Okay, so this is more like long black without the crema, okay? Again, the color, so you don't see now, like you don't see any crema there. So let's try, okay? Let's try this coffee. Cheers. You know what? Again, the espresso wasn't that great, but it's fine. Okay, if you guys like black coffee, but again, it's all about pulling a good espresso. Without a good espresso, your coffee is going to be mediocre. But I mean, this is drinkable. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it's okay. Not the best, but it's fine. All right. So again, back to this one. If you have a niche grinder at home, I highly recommend it. So again, you don't have to buy this, but kind of like similar style should work. And I mean, again, I was very surprised by how much coffee beans come out. 0.3 gram, okay, 0.3 gram. So that's quite a bit. Let's see, any questions this morning?
David asks, would you consider the Crema sifters in the future and experiment with flavors after sifting through the grinds?
So Dave asking me about the Crema shifter. I mean, that's definitely top of my list right now. Is upcoming month or so, yes, definitely I love to try out the shifter as well, because, and also I have the crib glass at home. It's got Prepare glass, and I have like their I don't want to say their cupping system, but they're kind of like glassware. So definitely we're gonna do that upcoming weeks. So let's put it that way, weeks or month or so. Okay, let's see. Any other questions?
Will you be doing a comparison between manual pull and semi-automatic?
Manual pull versus semi-automatic. What do you mean manual pull? So manual. Manual pull. You mean like? Let's see.
Pavoni?
Lapavoni is. I mean, Lapavoni is more like it's okay. The Lapavoni is not like semi-automatic machine. Actually, it is kind of like hybrid. Okay. The manual machine I'm thinking of like Flare. Flare is kind of like that's true manual machine, and then with the Lapavoni, it's kind of like between semi-automatic and manual. I mean, so this thing is built in '90s, so it's about 30 years old. I just finished it over the weekend, so it works pretty good so far. Yes, definitely we should do some comparison. You know what? Maybe this weekend, perhaps. Okay. Because I left everything at work right now, so definitely.
David asks you, are you open to doing an Instagram live call at some point to see my new Mazzer Major grinder? Not today. He ran out of beans.
Oh.
Would you be David? What wants?
David, if you are listening right now, yes, definitely. Okay, so let me know next couple of days once you have once you have it ready to go. Just let me know on the chat room. So right after YouTube live, and then let's jump onto Instagram, and you can show us your Mazzer Major grinder. Mazzer is one of my favorite grinder. That thing is just tank. Okay, I mean I had it for years, and I mean definitely. Okay, so if you are looking for good, reliable coffee grinder, Mazzer is on the top of my list. But you know what? That retains a lot of beans. Okay. So that's why I convert mine into a single dose. But yeah, but I mean, comes to quality wise, pretty much all the Mazzer use a 58 millimeter, the flat burr, so that works pretty good as well. They're pretty good grinders. Okay, so let's see, any other questions?
Do you think that silicon tool will work on the Eureka Minion grinder?
Okay, so this one. Okay, because a Eureka Minion, I believe they're like square, I think. They're rectangular. So with a niche, they're round. So I don't know how well it's gonna work. I mean, again, let me show you guys one more time. Let's do a close-up. So I mean, I don't remember the Eureka grinder, the inside, okay? If the inside has the kind of roundish, so this is 3-inch, okay? No, more like 2.7 inch. So, I mean, fits, so I can create the airtight vacuum there. So, I mean, you can actually come out from the other end. So, yeah, I mean, if your Eureka Minion has kind of a roundish entryway, so this one should work, okay? Yeah, I mean, works pretty good. Okay, hold on. Let's see, anything else? Okay.
Can you suggest a Prosumer espresso machine which can pull back-to-back shots around 14 to 1800? I'm planning to do a very small cafe in our street targeting 5 to 10 people per day for 5 days a week. So most of my use is for personal coffee only.
Okay, someone asking me about the one wants to spend 14 to 1800 bucks. Good prosumer coffee machine. Okay, so one thing you have to ask yourself, how much latte I'm gonna do, okay? I mean, if you're gonna do latte in the morning, Rancheria Sylvia is not the one, okay? Sylvia is not the one. And then, let's see, what else? By the way, if you guys at the chat room, you guys have any recommendation for this person, definitely let them know. Let this person know. But again, if you want to spend 14 to 18, are you talking about the total cost? That's with the grinder or without the grinder? So that's something you have to remember that as well, okay? Because decent grinder for cafe quality, you are looking at between $500 and $800 range there. So if you're gonna spend about $800, 700, 7 to 800 for the grinder, and also you have to buy the machine. I go with heat exchange machine, heat exchange or dual boiler. So, and then let's see. I think it's Rocket. Apartamento is about $1,600 range. Rocket is pretty good. I know Bazier is really good as well. Who else is out there? We got, I think Lillette is also very popular now. Lillette is also a fantastic machine. So yeah, I mean, definitely do some research on it. Someone mentioned about the Lillette Marat. That's also really good too. So yeah, but again, 5 to 7 cups, small cafe. I mean, most likely you're gonna do a lot of latte as well. So yeah, definitely heat exchanger or dual boiler for sure.
Jamin said check out the Luca A53 Mini from Clive Coffee.
Oh yeah, so Jamin mentioned about the Luca is also in that price range too. So yeah, definitely check it out too. The Luca, yeah, is also a fantastic machine. But ideally you wanna plumb it, even though you're gonna be, if you don't plumb it, you have to fill your water all the time. So yeah, so that's not, make sure, think about the plumbable coffee machine.
Did you change from the Mazzer due to the difficulties in changing coffee?
Mazzer grinder, changing coffee. Someone asked me about my Mazzer. Comes to a grinder adjustment, adjusting grinder size on Mazzer Mini is not as easy as niche. Okay, Mazzer has no indicator. Okay, that just have the many lines, and at least the niche has some kind of dot there. So again, I mean Mazzer Mini, and I mean that's more for beautiful cafe. Okay, so it's all dependent on what you guys want. I think I'm giving you guys kind of like run around answers there, but yeah. Let's see.
A viewer asked, did you check out the Electra Nino grinder?
Someone asked me about the electric Nino grinder. I have not. Okay, I have not checked out those grinders yet. You have to remember. People are asking me about my channel so coffee is my hobby. Okay, so I love playing with I like making coffee, and I'm pursuing for the perfect cup of coffee. So hopefully, we are going to find that perfect coffee for us. Okay, so that's my goal. Just get the really good coffee. Unfortunately, I have not found that coffee yet, because in my head I have this idea of that taste of coffee in my head, but so far no luck. Okay, I've been searching for last 5 years, and the last 2 years I've been making coffee at home, roasting my own coffee, and man, not quite. Sometimes very close, but not quite yet.
Mr. Thomas says, Hoon, maybe you want to grind another round of beans and see how much grind you will receive. I suspect it will be much less than what
Okay, so Mr. Thomas asking about let's do one more test, okay? Okay, request from Mr. Thomas. So let's do that one more time. It'll be fun there. So here we go. Okay, I'm gonna tear it up. So I have another exactly 18 gram, okay? I have 18 gram here. Okay, I'm gonna clean my cup. Okay, you guys ready for this? Okay. Okay, so before we do this, I'm just make sure inside is nice and clean, okay? We got everything out. Okay, so yep, nothing in there. So now we have 18 gram dose. So I mean, I usually tap like this, okay? Okay, so we got 18 gram in. We got 17.6 gram out, which means we have about 0.4 gram, 0.3 gram somewhere, okay? So we're gonna lock it in there. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna. So hopefully this one is about 0.3 gram. Let's see. Oh. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Let's do some math here. This is wrong. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. I think I screwed up. Okay. Let's do them. So there we go. So hopefully, I'm just gonna put it in here. I got 0.2 gram here. You know what? It might be 0.1 gram stuck in there. Anyway, so that's what's going on here. Hold on. Yep. So it's about 0.3 gram, okay? Usually stuck. So I think it's 0.2, but I bet you I have a 0.1 gram right in there. So I think the true retention on niche grinder is about 0.3, okay? Not based on scientifically, but it's based on what we've been playing with. So, but again, the thing about the niche grinder, just like any other grinder, once you go through the first time, you're gonna feel the gap, okay, the tiny gap between the grinder and the chute. So once your grinder is completely empty, you put the first 18 gram in, you're gonna get maybe like 17.7 gram out. But next time you put 18 gram in, you're gonna get 18 gram out. Because so now those gaps are already filled by the older coffee beans. But with this one, you don't have to worry about that anymore. So again, we are talking about 0.3 gram, guys, okay? 0.3 gram, 0.2 gram. Is that matters making coffee? Not really, okay? I mean, is that we are kind of like wasting our time to get last 0.1 or 0.2 gram out of there? But again, it's kind of like fun, okay? It's fun for me. I hope it's fun for you as well. I mean, some of you think this is ridiculous, but I mean, for like coffee geek like me, I mean, yeah, I mean, I want to get it out, every single bit of it. But anyway, so.
Ice Wolfie asked, any specific espresso machine in mind for 2021?
Ice Wolfie asked me, am I thinking about the one machine I'm thinking of? Obviously, top of my list is the Lydia Mini. I mean, that's kind of like I don't want to say dream machine, but that's the machine I like to get. Because someday I love to open up my own coffee studio. I have a coffee studio at work, but it's not the same. I mean, that's kind of like my computer shop / coffee bar. But down the road, I just like to have a coffee studio with coffee roasting area. So you guys can come, join us anytime. So that is the plan for the next couple years. But yeah, but this year I'm looking at heat exchange machine or dual boiler, because I want to keep the budget below around $2,000 range there. So $1,500 and $2,000 range. I think that's more affordable. Okay, don't get me wrong, $2,000 is a lot of money for a coffee machine, but compared to other machines, they're somewhat affordable. Okay. And let's see what else. So my wife's going through all the questions from you guys. She's kind of like screen through there. Let's see.
Where can I get a gadget? TP, push the coffee out, left in the grinder.
Where can I get the gadget? You mean this one? This gadget? Okay, so this one I got from Amazon, okay? I mean, this is $8, okay? I think that's overpriced, personally, if you ask me. But I bet you can get a similar product from the home goods store for like less than half of that. So, but I'm gonna put this one link down below, okay? Okay.
And
Let's see.
all about
What else? Okay. Let's see here.
is who planning to buy a new espresso machine this year?
Someone asked me, I'm
It's Ice Wolfie.
Ice Worthy. I'm planning on buying another machine this year for sure. Okay, definitely. Because so I have a Brewster Express. Okay, so that's kind of like most. I think that's the best entry machine out there for people like us. And then so I upgrade. So eventually, a 3VI is not an upgrade. No, I don't think that we are comparing apple to orange. Eventually, I thought when I bought this, I thought it's gonna be upgrade from Brewster Express. I realized it's more like lateral movement. Okay, it's not an upgrade. Great machine. Okay, but comes to making milk-based drink, it's terrible. Yeah, it's not a good the workflow because I make about 3 a day in the morning. My wife and my boys. So yeah, so this is not a good machine for that. But I mean, it looks really good. Okay, looks really good with my niche grinder. But yeah, so definitely another one for sure this year.
So there's a viewer, Ivan.
Ivan asked me. Let's see.
He wants us to do a homemade recipe for water for your espresso machine. I told him we'd look into it. He says
Ivan asked me about the homemade water.
because he does one to maximize taste while taking care of the internal
Yeah.
components.
Okay. So there is a recipe on I think Barista Hustle website or their forum has they have a great recipe. So you mix with like baking soda and
Epsom salt.
Epsom salt, make the water mixed with reverse osmosis or distilled water. So that's why I've been using the third wave water. Kind of does that for you, but obviously you have to pay for that. So yeah, I mean definitely, let's do that. Oh, hopefully so. Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what the red button on the Niche Zero grinder does?
Someone asked me the red button on the niche grinder. Oh, okay, the red button on the niche grinder. Okay, so that is kind of like, here, let me show you, okay? So if you have a niche grinder, if the red button, well, watch this. So right now, if you're gonna turn on the switch up, it doesn't work. But if you have like a paper clip, hold on a second here.
Dylan says it's the safety switch.
Yeah, so there are safety switch. So I got pencil here. Press it. That's it. The safety switch. So that's why you have that the notch right there. So that's what's that for. Okay.
And what do you feel is the best method of brewing oily French roast beans?
Someone asked me what is the best method to oily the French roast. Okay, again the French. So I used to drink a lot of French roast coffee. I thought that's the best, but I realized the French roast is another word for burnt coffee beans. So, and especially if you are using Barista Express, they're so oily, and you have to clean it more often than if you're using medium roast. So, what's the best method? I think I like to use that for my drip coffee, perhaps. Okay, maybe drip coffee. That's why I have a separate grinder for that for my drip coffee. Yeah. So try the drip coffee. Comes to espresso and French press, the French roast is not that great. Okay, my personal taste. So it's all about your taste, though, because coffee is not about me. It's all about you guys, okay? All about you. And there's no such thing as the perfect coffee. As long as it tastes good to you, that is the coffee you want to drink. Again, just like coffee machine. We talk about coffee machine all the time, but this machine is capable of pulling great shots, so do Barista Express. So, and sometimes we kind of like lost sight of whenever we watch like YouTube or Instagram, those beautiful shots, and they actually taste it and they say they're fantastic. But you know what? I wonder how many times actually that tastes really good. Okay, because most shots I pull, beautiful looking shots, most times it's not that great. So.
Ben asks, I'm considering getting a Breville Smart Grinder grinder. Is it worth the money, or is the built-in grinder for the Barista Express good enough?
So Ben asking me about the smart grinder. Okay, so smart grinder has more settings over built-in grinder. So built-in grinder is made for espresso. That's it. The smart grinder espresso up to like French press. So I'll give you a lot more range. But if you only care about the espresso, stick with, so upgrade to smart grinder is not an upgrade, my personal opinion. But if you want to try different method, if you want to try pour over or French press, yeah, smart grinder is worth getting. But again, if you only care about the espresso, no, it's not an upgrade.
Ice Wolfie has another question.
Ice Wolfie has more question for me, okay?
Heat exchange or dual broiler?
Ice Wolfie asked me, heat exchange or dual boiler? I think I go with, you know what? I mean, lately I'm kind of like toss bit. I heard great things about heat exchange, but if you're looking for precise temperature control, you want to go with the dual boiler, because you can control that really, the separate boiler, so you can control the water precisely. But heat exchange is also fantastic as well. So how much money you want to spend on? It all comes down to your budget. So yeah.
So George has a question.
George has a question for me.
I have programmed my infuser for a 36-gram shot with 18-gram dose, but it's at 22 seconds. What would you suggest I do to get the time up to 25 to 30 seconds?
Okay, so George asked me about the program mode on the Bravo infuser. Okay, by the way, George, Bravo infuser or Barista Express, they're not consistent every single time. I program my shot on my Barista Express. So I programmed 18 gram in, like 36 gram out. First time I set it at, let's say, 27 seconds. But next time they changes everything, okay? So I always go with the manual mode instead. So I'm stopped using the program mode because it's never consistent. So, I go with the manual mode, George, if you want a consistent shot. Yeah, program mode works, but it doesn't work that great. Okay, so I'm gonna take a couple more questions and let's call it a day.
Somebody asked, have you seen some of the new Crema coffee add-ons for the
Okay, someone asking about the
E?
Crema coffee. So
Steam knob replacement lever and dosing cup that works with
sure.
the niche.
So someone asking me about the Crema coffee pro. I'm a big fan of Crema. Okay, I think they are the kind of like first company in US. Okay, come up with the Bravo products only. So this is their Crema dosing cup. Fantastic for my niche coffee grinder as well. Okay, and then they have a bottomless portafilter. They're great. The 2-in-1, they're also fantastic. And obviously they just came up with the steam knob. I know Dylan has one. He loves it. So yeah, they're wonderful products. Okay, but I have enough gadgets already. So yes, I highly recommend it. They're wonderful.
Have you compared the Melita pour over versus the other methods used today?
Okay, Melita Pro. Okay, so I have a V60 at home, and also I have this called Gino Dripper. So Gino Dripper is very similar to like Melita, I think. Melita or Calif, I have a different name for that. So this is the Gino Dripper, has a 3 holes on the bottom. So this one really gives you a really good extraction. But I really like the cleaner taste in coffee. So I think I prefer V60 over this one, but this is also makes fantastic pour over too. So it all depends on your taste, but yeah. So I'm planning on doing some more pour over upcoming months as well, or coming weeks. I think, are we good? I think we are good. I'm gonna take one last question and I have to go to work.
Flavio says, obviously do broiler, it's better, but I think for the money, heat exchange is enough.
Yeah, Flavio mentioned about heat exchange. Flavio is one of my viewers. Actually, he has the coffee store. I think he's a distributor for in Mexico, perhaps. Is that right, Flavia? Yeah. So if you have any coffee questions, make sure shout out to Flavia. I mean, he's a coffee expert now.
Last question. George asks, do you think the China basket will take 20 grams?
So George asked me, is a China basket takes 20 grams? You know what? I bet you they do, okay? The basket from the AliExpress, you know, from China, I think their basket, I put 18 gram in, so they have a lot of room for that. So George, yeah, definitely. If your grind size is fine enough, you can go 20 gram, most definitely. Okay.
Last question.
Okay, so
And that is from, I noticed that after increasing the temperature by 4 degrees, the amount of water and coffee extraction reduces. Is this true for you also?
Okay, so whenever someone asked me about if you increase the temperature, so whenever you increase the temperature, which means okay, I'm not a coffee expert. For my experience, if your world is cold, they go through a lot fast. You get more out of it. But if your water is hot, the coffee grinds absorb more and kind of like get more good extraction. So obviously you're going to have you're going to get a less coffee out, but it's a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for, more full extraction there. So yes, you're going to get a less. So you definitely want to play with. That's why if you're using the darker roast, you want to be a little cooler than if you are using the medium roast. So if you are using lighter roast coffee, you want water to be a little bit hotter than, default temperature. So maybe like +4 is good if you are using the lighter roast. If you are using the darker roast, maybe -2 perhaps. Yes, answer is yes, I have the same issue. I think we are good, okay? Thank you so much for joining me on Monday morning. And hopefully I know Dane mentioned to us about having some different kind of recipes, so we're gonna work on that this week. I think we're gonna start with Vietnamese egg coffee, maybe next couple of days. By the way, people are asking me about the Patreon a lot, okay? Why don't you have Patreon accounts? I feel like I'm not ready yet, okay? I think I'm ready to go, hey, give us money, you know what I mean? So I'm not ready for that right now, but when times come, I'm gonna definitely reach out to you guys and support this channel, okay? But I'm having a fun right now. I'm having fun with you guys every single morning. Kind of like I want to build a community a little bigger, okay? A little bigger, and so whenever you guys have questions and you guys talk to each other on the chat room, so kind of like make some community that just fun, okay? Because coffee can be very, I don't want to say obnoxious, because some people take that really seriously, okay? But I want the coffee, especially our community, to just make some better coffee in the morning, have fun with it, not take that too seriously. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and make sure you follow me on Instagram as well. And see you guys tomorrow morning.